So this time I actually set everything up so I can explain it on camera better beforehand. I was right on the couple of issues that caused this problem. The N30 motor right here, the gearbox, you can see how short the output shaft is that this gear goes on compared to the N20 output shaft. If I can get this to flip over right. Set them up like that. You just kind of do an eyeball measure and you can tell there is a slight difference in the output shaft length. And that, I was trying to put this gear on it all the way like I'm used to for the N20 motors, and in doing so it was hitting. I don't know if this will show up on the camera. This actually might not show up. The little set screw, grub screw, come on, focus. There you go. You can see where it was hitting the screw, the black screw. It kind of messed that one up. I've got spares of those, so that's not a big deal. But I don't have spares of these two little gears. I ruined both of those. So my idea is this is now gone. My only option is to order an N20 motor with the 3000 RPM gearbox and then put it on this N30 motor. That'll give me the longer gear output shaft right here. And I've got spares of these, so I can put, well, I can just put this one on it and put that out of the way. And that'll give me the length that I need to keep it from hitting anything. And then it should work fine. So that's, my son's just as upset as I am about it, because that was my Father's Day gift early, because he's been wanting to see this insanity sling sand as bad as I have, sand and dirt. So what it did in my bedroom floor was pretty wild. I mean, it was donuts and sliding halfway across the room, and it's pretty quick. It was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. So that's the next, is I'm going to order a N20 motor with 3000 RPM gearbox, swap the gearbox over to this, and then I'll have an extra motor for later, whatever. I went ahead and put my other N20 motor in here, and I don't even know what that gearbox is anymore. I usually order the ones that say they're 5,000 RPMs, which they should run with saying that they're 5,000 RPMs. They should run absolutely insane compared to the 3,000 RPM, but they don't. They're not near as fast as what this just did today. This has never spun tires with an N20 motor, no matter which gearbox I used. Never, 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 never. So this motor made a big difference. If anybody remembers when I first started modifying this, I put a 180 motor in it, huge motor, completely modified gearbox and everything, and this thing was flipping over. It was doing wheelies and endos, and yeah, absolutely absurd. And that didn't last long before it started tearing up all kinds of crap and ended up shorting out. That was a 14-year-old motor that I put in there, and it was huge. Didn't go to it. Everybody knows Orlandoos are N20s and N10s, N20s, and N30s now. So, and I don't have any N10 motors. Never did fool around with those. Anyway, yeah, that's on the game plate now. Is I got to get a new gearbox because I ruined those right there, those two little bitty gears, and that's my only options other than to put the slower gearbox off of this motor. Actually, it's not there. Where did I put that? Oh, I put it in my Jeep. I remember now. I just put it in my Jeep earlier. My blue Jeep. Purple, whatever. Blurple. Yeah. I could take this one off. I mean, this has got a lot of torque and it twists this Jeep like crazy, but that's what I put it in. I could take that gearbox off, put it on this motor, put the gear off of that motor onto this shaft, and it would work. I just don't think it would be near as fast as I want it, because that's my end goal. I want to see this thing slinging sand. So I'm doing donuts in sand in the backyard and driveway. So it's not a rock crawler. I got my crawler and my other ones that aren't finished yet. My tow truck, my son's truck, and my Jeep. And unfinished. Lots of unfinished. Just hadn't really been doing much. I'm going to order the N20 motor from eBay. I already explained that to my son. It takes a month to get anything from AliExpress to where I live. So it's kind of pointless. You spend $4 less to order this from China, from AliExpress, and that $4, that adds weeks to the shipping. So whoop-de-doo. Pay the $10, $11, whatever. Get it from eBay. It's here within a few days. And then tear it up again, I guess. Break something else. Usually seems to be the thing that happens. And I did notice one other issue that I have going on here. When I replaced the pins in my drive shafts with solid pins instead of the little hollow tubes, you can see it right there. Right there. When I was doing my Bronco, my orange 125 scale Bronco with the orange chassis, I had these drive shafts on it too. I made a boo-boo, and this one does not have a solid pin in it. I think I put my solid pin one in the X01, or it's still on my Bronco chassis. I'm not sure yet. Yes, there it is. It is on my Bronco chassis. So, let me double check this. Yep. This one has to come off of here and go on there. So I have the solid pins, because with the amount of power that this is going to end up having, spinning tires the way it was doing, that hollow pin is not going to last at all. So, and I'm thinking one of these is, one side of it starting to wear out already. Yep. It might be a solid pin, but it's getting small. Of course, that Bronco has a lot of weight in it with all the speakers. But anyway, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. I might not even do that. I might just go ahead and solid pin this other drive shaft. That would make more sense, instead of keep taking everything apart. So, yeah. I appreciate everybody that watches. I know I hadn't been making many videos lately, dealing with kids and school and just everything life. I'm trying to get spring cleaning done with the yard. That was insanity, the amount of leaves that big oak tree makes. It drops every year. So as soon as this comes in, I'll get this put back together and we will see what it does. Hopefully this idea of swapping in a N20 3000 RPM gearbox will work fine on this. In the meantime, I got my tow truck, works fine. The Toyota works pretty good. The steering suspension isn't perfect, but it works a lot better than it did with the mods that I did to that. And this one, well, I put all my heavy stuff from my gaming RC on it and drove my Duroc a few times, and it's pretty fun too. So, and who knows, I might do something else with God knows what. Still haven't done anything else with ordering that stuff either. Time and money. Everything's time and money. So, I'll be back. Thanks for watching.